Good day once again, class, and welcome to our computer-aided drafting and design class. So once again, I'm Architect Reynaldo M. Cristobal Jr. and what you are seeing right now is our plan that we did last activity. So as you can see, I made some dimensions, okay, for you as a reference in drafting the distances between or the dimensions between the columns and the windows so you can properly position them. Okay, but what we are going to do today is we are going to put the actual dimensions and the column grids that are needed by the contractor to properly interpret and lay out the plan on site. Okay, so what we will do first is we are going to erase all the dimensions that are currently on the drawing. Okay, so let us begin. So we will start by doing the erase command. Just type E or E for echo, and then you will see on the dynamic input there are options. Okay, you can just click erase or just press enter or spacebar. Okay, once you have entered the erase command, you can see on the command line at the lower portion of your screen it says erase. Okay, and then once again AutoCAD is asking you to select the objects that you would like to erase. So what we're going to do is to select all these dimensions that I've made for you as a reference. Okay, once done, we will confirm to the AutoCAD program that we are done by pressing spacebar again, and AutoCAD will execute the command. Okay, once again, if you press the spacebar or enter, AutoCAD will enter the command that you previously used. In this case, that is erase. So let us look at this. There is another dimension here that we have not yet erased. So we will just press spacebar again. Okay, and then select that dimension and spacebar again. Okay, so that's how you do the erase command. Okay, now let us go to the dimensions and grid lines that are needed for this drawing to be executed properly on site. Okay, so we will begin with the dimensions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you first the commonly used dimension commands in AutoCAD. Okay, and then we will use those here in these drawings. Okay, first we have the dim linear. Okay, the dim linear is probably the most commonly used dimension command. Okay, the shortcut command is D Delta Lima India DLI, and then press spacebar. Okay, so let's try using that here. So at the very edge on the left, pick there, and then at the center of the column here. Okay, so you will have the dimension 4000. Okay, so that's the first dimension command. Okay, now if you've noticed, this point and this point is actually not aligned. Okay, it is not on the same line. Okay, if I put my crosshair here, just near the first point, you will see that the second point is slightly below it. Okay, but you will also notice that this dimension DLI is still orthogonal. Okay, but what if we use the other type of dimension? Okay, let's try using the DAL or the dim aligned. Okay, so what will be the difference? Okay, let's try. Just type delta alpha lima or DAL for dim aligned. Press space bar. Okay, and then click on those 2 points here and here. Okay, you will notice that this time around we did not have the dimension exactly aligned along the x-axis. Okay, it is somehow sloping down as it goes to the right. Okay, did you notice that? Okay, let's zoom window so we can take a closer look here. Okay, so you will notice that the first dimension that we did, it is exactly aligned along the x-axis. But the second dimension that we did with DAL or dim aligned, it is not. Okay, it is sloping down as it goes to the right. Okay, that is the difference between the two. Now, where do you use dim aligned? Okay, you use dim aligned if you have any walls or anything that you need to dimension that is not along the x or y axis. For example, you have a line here that is going at about 45 degrees. Okay. Okay. If you use the dim aligned here, you will get, sorry, dim aligned, DAL, you will get the exact dimension that you need. Okay, because it measures it parallel, okay, to the wall. But if you use DLI or dim linear, you will either get the dimension between point A to point B along the x or y axis. Okay, but you will not get the actual length, which is 2697. Okay, that's how you use dim aligned and dim linear. Okay. Now, what if you need to, let's erase this first. So what if you need to continue this dimension? Okay, so of course you need the dimension between this column and the next column. So what we are going to use for that is the command dim delta India Mike cont. Okay, Charlie Oscar November Tango, dim cont. Okay, and then press space bar and then select this the dimension that you want to continue, and then at the very edge on the right. Okay, if you do not press escape or spacebar, you can still continue putting dimensions. Okay, but in this case, we have nothing to measure anymore, so just press escape. Okay, so what is important now is we use the right scale. Okay, So how do we do that? Okay, because if you notice, this dimension is a bit small compared to the size of the floor plan. Okay, if we zoom it at this scale, you almost cannot read the dimension. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, so we will go here, okay, to dim style. If you have this already on your toolbars, just click here, or you can type dim style. Okay, press spacebar. Okay, and then the dimension style manager will appear. Okay, on my case, I already have this prepared, so I'm just going to show you how I modified the one that I did. Okay, so let's say uh, okay, for you to see how I did it, let's begin with the standard, because that is the first dimension that will appear, okay, if you do not have anything set yet. So at the standard, click that and then click new. Okay, and then you will have copy of standard. Now what we would like to do is to put a dimension, okay, that you're going to use if you have a drawing of a scale 1 is to 200. So I will put dim 200. Okay, and then press continue. Okay. So okay, so pardon, there are some hang time, okay, in my laptop. Okay, so upon pressing enter, you will enter this uh, dialog box wherein you will be seeing these tabs: lines, symbols and rows, text, fit, primary units, okay, and a preview at the upper right. Okay, now what we are going to do is to uh, set this up. Okay, now since we are already at the text, okay, what we are going to do is to set the text color. Okay, so let us use yellow for that. Okay, or you can just leave it by black. Okay, so later you will see why you can leave it as by block. Okay, because when you use by block, whatever layer you assigned this entities, these dimensions, it will use the color that you set for that particular layer. Okay, so you can leave it as by block. Okay, and then text placement. For the vertical placement, of course you want it centered. Okay, for horizontal, okay, just use also a centered. Okay, sorry, for vertical, use above. Okay, now take a look at the preview so you will see the difference. I will click above here. Okay, so you see the difference? It put the dimension above, okay, the dimension line. Okay, and then for the alignment, click aligned with dimension. Okay, and then take a look at the preview. Okay, now let's go to primary units. Sorry, to fit first. Okay, so just put here whatever scale that you would like to use. Okay, then click primary units and then change the precision so you will have only or you will have no decimal points. Okay, because once again we are using the millimeters. Okay, so you can also change the colors of the lines here. Okay, and other spacing. Okay, but for me and for the purpose of this lecture, I will not change anything here. Okay, but me personally, I also do not change this. Okay, then click OK if you are done. Okay, now you already have on your list DIM 200. Okay, but for this lecture, we are using scale 1:100, so I will be clicking on the one that I use, DIM 100, then click close. Okay, so what if you already have these dimensions? Okay, how are you going to put it at DIM 100? Excuse me. So what we are going to do is to press excuse me, is to press Control 1. Okay. That's similar to what we did when I teach you the layer command, is to select the dimension, okay, and then go to the properties. Okay, once again, pardon my laptop's hang time. Okay, go to properties and then go to the layer. Okay, put it first to the dimension layer, which is AR-DIMS. Okay, and then scroll down a bit, go to dim style and change it to the scale 1:100, DIM 100. Okay, now we already have the dimension between the columns above. What we need to do is to put an overall dimension. Okay, so DLI once again, then click at the left and right most edge. Okay. Oh, by the way, excuse me, by the way, you can already put or set the dimension. Since you know that you are putting dimensions, just choose the dimension AR-DIMS already, so that every every entity that you're going to input from that point onwards will be set to AR-DIMS. Okay. Now what we are going to do, what I'm going to show you is what if we already have this 4000 dimension, okay, and we would like to match, okay, how this 4000 dimension is set. Okay, we would like to match that, okay, to the 8000 dimension. What we're going to do is to do the match prop command. Okay, to do that, just type match prop. Okay, that is shortcut command for match properties. Then press spacebar. Now you just need to select the source. Okay, meaning source meaning what you would like to match. Okay, for example, this dimension. So click on that. Okay, and then click to the destination, which is the 8000 dimension. Now you will see that it put the 8000 dimension to the same layer as the layer of the 4000 dimension. Okay, then press escape if you're done. Okay, now notice that you still need to put dimensions here. okay, and here, because that should be included in the overall dimension. Here, the 8,000. What we're going to do is to type DLI once again and click here and here. Okay, and then match it to the alignment of the 4,000 dimension. Now this one you can just drag. Okay, click on that point and drag it up there. And then do another match prop. Okay, so type MATCHPROP for match prop, and then press spacebar. Then click on the source of the properties that you would like to match and the 4,000 dimension, and then click on the 450 dimension. Okay, now you notice that it put the dimension outside. Okay, so what you will do is just to select that dimension. Okay, and then you will see a grip point at the center of the 450 text, and then click on that grip point. Okay, hang time. Okay, click on that grip point and okay, wait, press escape first. If you hover your cursor above that grip point, you will see options. Okay, click on the move text only. Okay, because if you click without choosing, so it will grab the entire dimension. So click the move text only. Okay, and then you can put the dimension to its proper location. Okay, so now we can do the overall dimension by clicking DLI. Okay, and erase the first dimension. Okay, so you now have the dimensions at the top of your drawing. Okay, so what we are going to do now is to put the grid, okay, the column grids. Okay, you can do that by first we are going to do the grid bubble. Okay, so to do that, let's do a circle. So type C for the circle command. Okay, and then okay, let's use 450 as a radius. Okay, and then we are going to do a text. So type empty. Okay, for M text, and then click on the first corner and then second corner. Now you are ready to type the text. Okay, so let's type the letter A. Okay, but okay, you need to put the correct text height also. Let's Let's try 250. Click enter. And then use center. Okay. Then change the justification to middle center. Okay. And then click OK. Okay. Now, let's put this to the proper layer. What we're going to do is to go to properties and then go to layer. Okay, we do not have the text layer yet. So what we're going to do is to go to the layer properties. Okay, just type LA. Okay. And then, if you already have a layer that is on the correct setting as you would like, for example, the text that you want to do for in this instance is the text. So just go there to that particular. For example, I would like the text layer to have a green color. I want the line type to be continuous. Okay, I want the line weight to be the same as the line weight of the door. So I would just click there. And before clicking on the new layer or pressing Alt N, okay, because it will already match the properties of the AR door. So take a look at this. I will click here. So it already has a preset of green, continuous, and same line weight as door. So I will just type the name of the layer. I will name this AR dash text. Okay, press enter. Now you can put the text to the correct layer. Just go to properties once again or press Ctrl 1 if you do not have it yet. So upon pressing Ctrl 1, this will appear. And then go to go to layer and put it to AR text. Okay. Now you will see that the text height of letter A is almost or close to the text height of the dimensions. Now, normally, you would like to give emphasis, right, to the bubble grid's text. So we are going to edit that, ED for edit, press spacebar, okay, and then Control A, so it will be selected, and then increase the text height from 250 to 350. Then click OK. Yan. So now it is more visible compared to other. Okay. So another layer that we will be needing here is the AR grid. Okay, so I will match the properties of the column hatch. Click there, Alt N, and then AR-grid. Okay. And then I will also change this because I would like the line type to be phantom. Click OK. Now, PL for P line, and then draw a straight line down and put that into the dimension into the layer of the grid. So AR grid. Now you will notice that you cannot see the phantom line type yet, right? So what you're going to do is to adjust the properties, change the line type scale, try increasing or decreasing until you get the correct line type scale. So there's no difference yet. So let's try decreasing. No change yet. Try increasing more. Okay, you see the difference already. Increase more. And so now we have it at the scale that we prefer. Okay. And then just copy it. To the other two. On the second one, it should be at the middle. And then on the last one, it should be at the edge. And then change the text, of course. Label this B. And the other one as C. Click OK. So now we have the bubble grids and the column grids and the bubble head, okay, at the top. Okay. Now for your activity, what you are going to do is to put dimensions, okay, at the left side, right side, and here at the bottom. Okay. And also put the grid lines and bubble head here on the left side. Okay. For this 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of columns along the y-axis. Okay, so that will be activity number 3. Okay, I will create the assignment at the Teams and kindly upload it there. Okay, so thank you.